Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play LOTRO with me, Balthelion, and today we are inside the cave of Tam Umdur, which is in the North Downs. So we have to talk to Halabarad, who is right in front of us.
We win little if the northern lands are lost to evil.
For long years have the Dunedain wandered in the wilderness, Halabarad. Your message confirms what I have long suspected. The hour is near at hand when my people must come forth. I will ride to the aid of my friend and my chieftain, Aragorn, son of Arathorn, and let no man or beast stand in the path of the Grey Company. There is evil still here, Halabrand, and if we Dunedain leave Eriador to fend for itself, what then? We win little if, when all the deeds of the age are done, the northern lands are lost to evil, their peoples destroyed. Dervan told you why I have come to this place? Already I have destroyed 3 idols the Angmar have brought out of Khand Dûm, but I believe 3 remain. Destroy these statues of their most prized leadership, and the Angmar here may abandon any hope of raising Angmar into prominence again. Return to me when you have done so, and we can speak again. So we have to destroy 3 statues which are scattered around the caves, and hopefully I can remember where they all are, because this place is a little bit of a maze. But there's a statue to Mordorith, the false king of Angmar, a statue of the Witch King, who used to rule Angmar, and a statue of Amarthael, which if you've played the epic story you're going to know who that is as well. But I don't want to go too much into spoilers just in case you haven't done the Epic 1 story, but they're kind of like 3 major characters that you're going to run into throughout the game to do with Angmar plotlines. So, all these guys are going to be slightly actually higher level than us, so we might have to try and avoid most of them just to avoid combat. But this place is kind of like a really long cave. So if I remember correctly, there is one like literally up to our left, but we have to kind of go all the way down and come back. So there's one I think at the top right, there's one at the bottom, and I think the other one might be on the left in the middle. We'll see. So we're going to try and avoid what we can. Okay, we're going to have to end up pulling these guys. So we've got a parry response, got a block response. Let's get these chains rolling. Nice stun and finish him. Donk. I like that little flourish he does with his sword there. That's pretty cool. I have to see if I can get a different camera angle of that. Let's see if we can do it to this guy. Oh. When do we go for it? Now, do it. Donk. It's like a little flourish and then like a head splat. It might look a bit cooler if he was wielding like a hammer or something. But I will take that with a sword. So we don't need to kill more people than we need to here. So yeah, this guy's going to get aggroed. I think the gist of it is we want to get down as far as we can, down to the back of the cave. So I think we want this left path over here. Okay, let's manually open up my chains then, because we don't seem to be blocking much of this guy. I can't remember where that goes, but from what I remember, yeah, it's just kind of like go as straight as possible, and you'll eventually end up back there. So fight these 2. Yeah, depending on what class you're on or how strong your character is equipped and that, you might want to come with a friend or whatever, but it shouldn't be too bad. I think the biggest threat is if you come here under-leveled or you get a bit too greedy with your pulls. Go with a little flourish. Donk. There we go. Oh, I was going to say, I thought that nearly didn't kill you then. I need to keep watching my power pool actually. I might just do a quick cheeky perk just to recover between fights. So I've got a Ritual Weaver. I might as well just kill her before I run on rather than getting a massive mob train going, because then I might most definitely overpull really greedily. There we go. Nice big splats from the parry chain there. So onwards. So I think there is a path to the right, isn't there? Yeah, so we can climb up this. And go across this bridge. This takes us into another area where they're kind of like building all these like houses indoors. Having a little cave city going on. Right, so we don't want to pull those guys. I think this guy is going to turn around in a second. So I might just try and wait. I'm probably almost certainly not going to be able to sneak past these guys. Unless I can get behind that statue. That statue, the pillars over there. Oh, I've pulled everything. Oh, scored a field goal there. Tried to go between the posts. Pulled literally everything. Tell you what, let's try and drag you over here. Might be able to get some AoE going on. Get a few of my attacks at least. There we go, everyone wants to come in melee range. Fantastic. So murder these guys, get the blockchain going. Donk. Love that skill. Alright, blockchain again. Finish the blockchain. Open the parry chain. I've done it anyway, it's fine. And donk. There we go. Okay, so through this little hole. And we're now in another room. So there is some stairs on our left to get upstairs. That will be important later. I think there's one up ahead, and then we go upstairs, and there's one over there to the left, if I remember correctly. Now I'm probably going to end up putting this. Oh, you can't see me through that. Fantastic. Right. Or maybe there's not. No. Okay. Maybe it's the one to the east then. Down there? That looks like it could be a statue. Okay, let's just pull you down the tunnel. Yep, there's one. I know there's one at the back. A statue of a Marfuel. An artifact master. Is he particularly hardcore? He is. Oh well. Putting him anyway. Right. Come on, everyone. Stamp. Interrupt him. There we go. Right. If you're going to stay ranged man at the back, we'll come to you. So again, just spam all the damage skills. We can soak up most of the damage anyway, but it just helps us get some AoE down on the guys that we're not focusing. So hopefully by the time we get the big guy down, the other ones might at least be on half health. Just to save us a little bit of time. Otherwise we'd be here all day. But yeah, so far I think it's... the Guardian doesn't seem to be as slow as I remember it and hate it. So I'm not particularly hating it at the minute. But, you know, it's still early days. So yeah, this guy's pretty much all dead. I have to do 2 attacks on him. The AoE had already taken him down quite a bit, so that's pretty handy. Destroyed the statue of a Marfuel. It just went and exploded. Right, so that's one. So that is downstairs, literally at the back, in the second big room, bottom right. Now I think the second one is we go upstairs and we literally just head west. And I think it's in a room over there. Or somewhere in this direction anyway. Come on guys, you come with me. Yep, there we go. I'll tell you what, I'll range pull him over here. Rawr! Gotta love the Hobbit screams. Right, commence the slow whittling of AoE deeps. We'll focus on the big guy, since he's got the most morale. And stamp. No, didn't stamp in time, he got the spider out. Oh well. Look at this though. I'm basically staying on full health. It's crazy. And I'm not even using like catch your breath or anything. Oh hello, there's a person over there. Oh sweet, you killed the other 2 guys with AoE. Always nice. Right, you're not going to despawn, even though we killed your master, so we'll have to end you personally. You're going to get in the way, so we'll just fight you. So this is the statue of Mordorith, the False King, who we certainly do see more of later in the epic story, without going into spoilers. We haven't seen the last of him. So destroy this statue. There we go, splat. Now I think you can jump down there downstairs, but we don't want to do that. We need to stay upstairs now. And as I say, we need to be upstairs and on like the top right of the screen here, just above the entrance. There's like one final passageway we need to go through. So if we cross this bridge, then head north. We're going to have to fight a guy here. Might be able to drag him with us if we need to go somewhere else. Can we go to the right here? Yep, we can. I think this comes up and then runs parallel to the main room up there. Now, strictly speaking, you don't have to fight these guys. If you have some kind of ability to drop aggro, so whether it's like a Hobbit flop, which we could do, especially since we're on the last statue, or you know, if you can hide in plain sight as a burglar to just drop into stealth, that kind of stuff. Feign death as a minstrel. Then you can pretty much just ignore a lot of these guys and run straight through. So this loops around back to the main room, and now there's like a passageway which runs on the eastern edge of this. So literally due north on the eastern side, but we're upstairs. Ignore that bridge there, that leads nowhere. And then we can come over here. Now we're probably going to have to kill these guys at some point, but I'll just run past them for now. And then turn left, and it's the final room here. Well, we've actually got 4 people we're going to fight now. Okay. Well, we know we can take 3. Can we take 4? Okay, these guys are going to be anal about it. Okay, we're going to have a spider as well, make it 5. Alright. Everyone come group up over here. This nice little nook. So again, just make sure we fully exploit the fact that we can get these block and parry responses. So we want all of our enemies in front of us, more or less, in order to be able to block or parry. As opposed to evades, which can be done from any direction, even if the enemy's behind you hitting you. And there we go, he's done. Right, so we can get the statue of the Witch King, and that's the last one we need. Ta-da! Right, we need to talk to Halabarad. So what we can do is literally just run back into this main room, and we should be able to just jump downstairs. So I'm not sure if we can jump this wall, but we should be able to jump off the bridge, or this little bit near the bridge where there's no nothing in the way. Now bear in mind there are a couple of people downstairs, so we want to be a bit tactical about this. Now I don't think we can sneak past these two. No. Right, come then. You've just signed your own death warrants, because you can't look the other way. Flourish! Donk! Another flourish. Da, 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 bomb. Oh, look at those numbers spinning off him. That's glorious. Okay, Halabarad, my friend. We have destroyed the statues.
Return now to Direboon in Esteldine with my command.
You have completed what I started, Halabarad, and I am grateful for that. You have my thanks, too, for bringing me word of Aragorn's need of the Dunedain. We will ride to him with all the haste that can be mustered, through whatever perils await. Return now to Direboon in Esteldine with this command. He is to select as many of the rangers of that camp as he feels can be spared without jeopardizing the safety of the people of the North Downs. We ride to Aragorn, but I will not allow us to dismiss our responsibilities in Eriador. So we can go back to Esteldine. I'm just going to Mithril coin back over. And we can chat to him.
I will do as Halabarad wishes.
I will do as Halabarad wishes. I too do not wish to endanger the people of the North Downs by our absence. I will speak with the rest of my kin here at Esteldine. Other lands wait for your message. So we can have a shoulder piece of gear, which is not quite as good as the stuff I've got. I've got the full set of the Darnarbagud level 60 raid armor, so I'm set, basically. Right, so I'll just take out that anyway.
Bring your message next to Calingla in Evendim.
I do not know whether he will wish to join the ranks of the Grey Company on their southward journey, but Calenglad should be told of the mission all the same. He feels a very strong bond to the lands around Lake Evendim and to the ruins of Anuminus, and he may not be able to bring himself to leave. Bring him the message, in the event I misjudge his temperament. You will find him at Tinudir, the ranger camp on the shores of Lake Evendim. If he does join the company, he will be a valuable ally on the Southern Road. So this time we can actually get a legendary item title or 2 legacies, plus the map to the next region. So take that. So we need to go to Tinudir, which is in Evendim, which is the one that's on the island, if you remember that. But before we go there, we have a little stopover that we want to be doing in the middle part of the North Downs, so around Anondir on the western side of the river, where we've got this little flag here, Nathan Hodges' farm. We have a relic that we need to go find there, which will play into the instance cluster later. So I'm going to quickly nip over to there off camera, and I will join you guys in a moment. Okay, so we're back, and I forgot to actually move this mysterious relic because it used to be on the hills by Nathan Hodges' farm, but they've now moved it east of the river over to William Peake's farm. And there's a bunch of guys here literally just staring at this strange, sinister relic that's popped up outside his front garden. So if we interact with it. Before the burned cottage stands an evil-looking relic. Staring at the relic, your blood boils, though you can identify no good reason for it. You shake your head, and the feeling passes. So we can talk to Ted Farmer. I wonder if that's like... I can't remember... What is that thing called that's... if you're named a certain way, that kind of like dictates what profession you're going to be. So Ted Farmer is destined to be a farmer because that's his name. There is some kind of word for it. I can't remember what it is. So, what happened here?
I'm sorry, did you need something?
I'll tell you what happened. Someone set fire to the house my brother and I have been living in. We managed to extinguish the fire, but that's not all. Whoever it was left this evil thing right out front. I think they were after that helmet I found, but they didn't get it. I sold it to a merchant early in the day. A helmet? What helmet?
Woe to me.
I'm sure it was valuable, gem encrusted and very old, but it also made me feel uneasy, as if I wasn't supposed to hold it. So I sold it to a merchant in Trestlebridge. I'm sure that whoever set fire to our house was looking for it, but they'll not get it. I have to be pleased about that at any rate. What will you do now?
Can't you leave me to my misery?
We could also leave you to your misery, sir, if you'd really like. Our first home was sacked by the Orc army that came out of Angmar, so my brother and me found this abandoned place to live in. We'll have to go somewhere else now. Maybe Trestlebridge or Stoneheight. I just don't know. I hope you do. Alright, so... Hand that in.
Sorry, did you need something?
As if Bert and I have not suffered enough at the hands of the Orcs. Now we have to deal with someone setting our home afire? If we had the means, my brother and I would go somewhere, but where else could we go? We were living in this cottage because there is nowhere else to go. So do that, and that's now 2 out of the 5 mysterious relics found. So now we need to go to Tinudir.